I've been having a few questions now for like what in this chat. It gave me a lot of questions, more than answers, which is what I really wanted from this one. But you got just a lot of answers saying oh, Obito. Well, the first thing is that like we see him emerge from like the rubble and saying, oh, he's like perfect. He's like the perfect life form. And they notice that Minato is supposed to like already recover from his inner tensei, but since he has the power of all, like he is the ancestor of all shinobi, he cannot judge him with the usual standards, and like he can turn all ninjutsus into nothing. So basically, that's like the only way they can stop the Edo Tensei now is by Obito using it. And I imagine they're probably gonna have to sacrifice their bodies at one point, like everyone in Edo Tensei, so that the other ones can get in there. And then they'll say, "Oh, I'll leave the world of the living to you guys," and I can really see how that's um, gonna work out. And Naruto said, "Oh, quick, I need to turn into Biju mode," but he has like no chakra in there. And there was a little joke here. They're saying, your father and son can really be dumb sometimes." And he was just saying like, oh, you should. He's saying like, oh, you should just use a bit of the normal chakra for a little while now, since like he was just like complaining at him. Like, I'm guessing like the QB hasn't really got a lot of chakra left in him. And then just out of nowhere, one of the freaking frogs and all that just started attacking, saying, "Oh, it's almost up, man. I'm sorry," like that. Uh, and they just like did nothing to Obito, and I was like, why? But instead, I think it was just there just to buy time while Naruto was getting ready to do his Sage mode. And not to mention, Obito was having actually a talk with his with Minato then, saying and he was saying like, oh, like all this happened because of you, like it's funny that how you never made things on time and you're called the Yellow Flash, like so, and then Minato sort of felt like, oh, this is partly his thought of what happened to Obito and what he's become, and saying, maybe if, just maybe, if this didn't happen, I could have been with Kushina, I could have been with my son, you know. And that's, I know that's pretty sad just to see that, like, because that could everything could have happened all differently, and just Naruto said, yo, don't you be bad mouthing the Hokage just because you couldn't come one, and the second Hokage just teleports him so he can hit like Obito, and that was really cool seeing that he did that in Sage mode, and it just looked pretty beast and all that. Like, and that's pretty much how the chapter ends. But with some of this interesting, like he's saying, oh, you can use the same jutsu as Jiraiya. It's like he became a nice brat that really loves his parents, like that, and you see like the QB at the end, and I'm guessing now he can talk to him. Now I'm interested to see what they're like, because he said he was even able to persuade my other half. Like, I'm interested to see what the QB has to say about all this. Like, saying, I think he's trying to say like that maybe he's changed or something in time. Like I said, I am really know too much about the series. Like at the time, I'm not that like well experienced with it, but like that was sort of interesting on note like that with like the shadow, like. But the thing is, like, how are they gonna beat Obito? It seems like nothing beats him at the minute. He's indestructible. So the Edo Tenseis have got to do something to pull this off. But I don't know, guys. Like, what do you guys think of what happened? But pretty much that's a chapter for you. But let me know in the comment section below what you think of it. But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching. As always, remember, straight line panda. Sign out. And I'll see you next time, people.